gonna kill my mom. I'm gonna kill my dad.
Mine's already gone. Anyway, welcome to Hey Coworker Podcast. Home of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, and this is
Karina,
aka
Big Rox,
not the little one,
never the little one.
and we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers. Home of you, the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here yet again. When you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be right here, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps. We greatly appreciate it. And how are you, friend?
Tired.
I feel you, big dog.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything's just been so heavy. I'm just so tired. It's the week almost over. I got to be a parent tomorrow. I'm going to bed early tonight.
So little one is probably also going to bed early tonight because she has to be work early.
She here?
Yeah. She's already in bed.
I usually see her when I come in. I didn't even know she was here.
Yeah, when I came in, she was in bed. I was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
It was like, I wonder if I need to be concerned, but not yet.
Yeah. The other day, I think this was Monday, Ben had a football game. And so he came home and he was like, all right, after the football game, I'm going to come home and we had some stuff that we wanted to work on. I said, okay, you're going to be gone for a few hours. I'll just take a nap. When you get home, I'll wake up and we'll do whatever. I did not wake up. He left the house around 6:30. I was asleep before he started his car. Okay. Like we were together. He left. I was knocked out, and before he pulled out the parking lot, I was already asleep. That was around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I did not wake up for real. Like I woke up throughout that to roll over or go pee or something, but I did not wake up for real till 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning the next morning. And when I woke up, I felt amazing. I felt so rested. I was up. I had so much energy. But it's just like my body has an internal alarm clock that goes off at around 6:30 every morning. If nothing else wakes me up, I will get up at around 6:30 in the morning. But the problem is, like, that's always been my internal alarm clock. But the problem with that is my internal bedtime has gone back and my alarm clock is not going back. So, like, I might stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning, which is unlike me. I used to be in the bed about like 9. But I might be up till like 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm still waking up
at 6 and can't
6:30.
get back to sleep.
Right. And then I'm up. Sometimes I'll take a nap during the day, but not most days. So then I'm running off that 5 hours of sleep.
And that's not good to be running off for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Like it's doable and it's manageable, but over long periods of time, that becomes very, very like taxing.
And it's like the answer here is just to sleep longer because I don't have nothing to do in the mornings. Like I be up and moving around at night. In the mornings, I don't necessarily have anything that I have to be doing at like early in the morning when I'm up. It can be done a little bit later instead of putting down the things that I'm doing to go to bed. But I can't sleep past that alarm clock. Like I got to get up.
You're doing it though.
I mean, we're doing the best we can.
So we are. Although, funnily enough, today was like a really good day at work. And I don't necessarily have a bunch of those because when you're working in mental health, most days are not great.
Fair.
But I was talking to someone today and they were showing improvement in a way, and I was like really, really like, nah, like you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, like keep going. And she's talking about all these improvements that she's making, and I'm like, yo, this is okay. You're doing
This is
the
why
thing.
we do the job.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I feel like you're doing the things, and I'm like, and I'm just happy to be watching you doing the things. and be able to talk you through some of the things, or like because like yeah, it was just a good day for that. And then I had another client, and they just were determined and focused, and were talking about the things that they were already doing and ready to start to get done. And I was like, okay, all right, I like this. Keep this up. You're going to need this. And talking with them about how like the same thing I'm starting to preach now with, sometimes the shit's just gonna suck. And you just gotta rock your way through it and do what you gotta do to survive until you no longer have to survive.
Right.
And yeah, being like real with people about like what that looks like is not an easy thing to do, but sometimes one of the best things that you can do with people is not even try to convince them that things are going to be better, but like just sit with them in the fact that like it's not okay right now.
Right.
It's okay.
Exactly.
It's okay for it not to be okay right now, and I'll sit with you right here while it's not okay. And like we can be good, and we can crack jokes, and we can talk about the shit that you want to talk about, and I'm not requiring you to be anything that you don't want to be right now.
Right. And if you want to figure out a way to be better, we can do that. If you just want to ride it out to an extent, we can do that. Yeah. I think we just talked about that last week. Like sometimes people just be sad. It just is sometimes you just got to feel the feelings.
Yeah. The problem is people don't really want to feel the feelings.
People don't be wanting to feel them feelings.
They taking all the ways out of feeling the feelings, and it is not helping you. It's not helping you get any better. I'm thinking about I was watching something today, and it was a therapist, and she was saying all the things that like me and my friends that have like worked in mental health or worked in education talk about, and we say to each other like, hey, you like it's all about like resilience and you finding out what your capacity is, and then like figuring out how to build on that. And she's like talking about all those things, and we're saying yes. And so getting to the point where I'm starting to see and starting to be able to like implement that slowly with myself and with others.
Yeah. Random. Very random. Are you somebody who sends videos to people? Like if you're scrolling and
Yes.
Okay. I'm not one of those people.
I got that about you early on in our friendship, and I stopped sending you videos because I was like, she is this is going to overwhelm her, and she don't want to look at all this. Like she's already got notifications.
It won't overwhelm me. I just won't look at it. Yeah, I won't let it. I won't allow it to overwhelm me.
So I think I realized that about you, because I will, if I see something, if we're like friends, if I see something that specifically makes me think of you, I'm going to send it to you. And there'll be plenty of times where I don't want to send anybody anything, but like, I'd be like, oh, this is for y'all.
Right.
Because this is you.
Yeah, if it's something like that, then yeah, but for me, it's like, it has to be something that we've talked about. It's very, very rare that I see something and just be like, oh, such and such would find this funny. I don't really do that much, but like if I see something and me and you have had a conversation about this, or like we have an inside joke or something, then I'll send it. But for the most part, I don't. And I was talking to my homegirl today, and I was telling her about a video I saw, and she was like, why you didn't send me that? That's so funny. And I was like, that's not the type of person I am, and you know that.
But we're kind of at the point in life where a lot of our contemporary millennial folk are, that's the extent of a lot of people's friendships. And it became like that after COVID. Funnily enough, talking about going back in time, I saw it was a clip from Grits and Eggs podcast. And they was talking about how we used to be business casual in the club. And I forgot, and I was like, and we had to do that because they wouldn't let people in anywhere if you weren't not dressed in if you were dressed in certain attire. You couldn't be wearing the things that people are wearing in the club. Like people got on sweatsuits and hoodies and all.
Oh yeah, the more leisure stuff.
You wasn't getting into the club with that on. So yeah, we were in business casual in the club, and I was like, oh yeah, because we had to be.
Yeah, but also, I don't know which came first. Did we grow to like it because we had to, or was that what we was on and they was just enforcing that and like it became the rule because I can say this, we were in business casual and I do believe that we had to, but there was never a time where I was complaining about it. It was never like, I don't want to wear this blazer to the club. No, I always wanted to wear that motherfucking blazer. I was enjoying it. Wasn't nobody making me.
Button down with a tie and a hat is nasty work. As I think about it now today.
It was always a nigga in a suit in the club.
Yeah,
it was always
with a ball cap on,
with a suit on in the club. It was always at least one. But wasn't nobody making me do that. Wasn't nobody. It was never like, oh, you can't come in here because you don't have on a kitten heel. But I wouldn't.
It also kind of depends on where you was going out.
Yeah, yeah. I was mostly downtown Houston.
Yeah, so if you was in you said downtown?
Not Midtown.
And I was about to say, because if you was in Midtown, they was finding reasons.
Yeah, no. It's basically a no color sign on the doors out there.
I wonder, the Heights feels like that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it is like that, but the Heights feels like that.
I ain't never been.
They got a few like nice, like decent outdoor spots over there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for like spring and summertime. You can go get your drink on.
Yeah. But we definitely were business casual in the club. It was a good time. We was active in there too. We was in the club. We was partying. Sweat. And then, oh my gosh, when you be in that hot ass club, it's hot, it's stuffy in there, and then you come outside and that air hits you. Ooh!
When the lights flip on and you can see the difference between her leave out and her weave. Oh, y'all was posing for pictures. Oh, we saw you.
Well, it wasn't me because I didn't wear weave back then.
No.
So my hair, you might have just seen what my real hair was looking like.
But like, it was, those pictures are crazy work.
Yeah. No, yeah, we all, you got to take pictures when you first get there. Yeah.
Like, yo,
and then,
I'm like, yo,
y'all don't know
like
nothing about this. Y'all don't know nothing about this, but you go out, you have a good night, you taking pictures all night. There's a picture man in the club coming through taking pictures, and then the next day you got to go to In the Mix.
And see if you made somebody.
See if you are on In the Mix. It was INDMIX.com, InTheMix.com, and they post all the pictures from everywhere that night.
I wonder if that website still exists.
Right. I don't know. But yeah,
they make you pay for everything. And everybody's got an Instagram.
Yeah.
But people were taking the pictures from In the Mix
and putting them
on their Instagram. Because you got photographer level pictures for free.
Yeah, but they usually put the what's names all over them.
Yeah, they put
the watermark. But yeah. Good times. Ooh, they used to have so many parties, just like themed parties. The promoters, like being in Houston as a freshman in college, technically, it's like not really college. It's college in the sense of we going to 18 and up clubs, so everybody in here is young, but everybody in here is not at school. This is just downtown Houston. This is the club.
Yes. It's
not like being in a college town and everybody here is here for college parties. It's just the club.
So that was different for me because up at PV, everybody that's around here is all students. Yeah. Apart from the locals that are here, but even them, most of them, they're families that have been here for forever. Mm-hmm. And we leave them alone, and they leave us alone for the most part. Apart from like the ones that work up at the school.
Yeah.
It was just, we did do the themed parties, and PV. This is the thing. People try to say that PV is a party school, so I'm reluctant to say like how hard we partied. There was a lot of parties going around where people were throwing parties. Nobody was throwing parties on campus. Like if you walk onto the campus of UT or Vanderbilt, there are people throwing parties literally on their campuses. That was never happening at PV. However, the places surrounding PV and where students funding and throwing parties, like at least probably like 1 or 2 a week? Yeah. For sure. But you didn't care about the ones that was being thrown 1 or 2 a week. Not for real, because the same people was going to go to them almost every, like I don't care about that. I want to go to the party that I know that one little nerdy girl that don't talk to nobody, that she's going to go to because I know she be on some shit. And so I want to catch her when she's gonna do some things and she wants to be out and relaxed because now she ain't got no shit to worry about and this is a special event. So I want to go to Toga. I want to go to the Key Party. I did go to Q Masquerade. I didn't go to anything but clothes, but I did go to the phone.
Ooh, a good ABC party. Ooh, them phone parties.
I cannot believe we did that, bro.
Me to go to no damn phone party now. Oh my God.
I would never. I'm too much of an adult.
I am lucky to have made it out without a staph infection. That is crazy.
The things that were seen and done. And this is the thing. And people were there, and this, I remember seeing Miss PV at a phone party. Everybody went to KK Size phone party. Now, she was there. She was in jeans. She's like, I am still Miss Purview. Y'all not finna have me out here looking crazy. Have the administration call me into the office. We're not doing that. So she was there in jeans, but she was still there and having a blast. Yeah. Fun times. Fun stuff. I think I'm also thinking about PV a lot recently because like within the last, probably since January, it's been like 3 people that have passed away that were at Purview when I was at Purview, and like people that I know and like have had conversations and interacted with, and like it's just weird, bro. I didn't think that I was at that age where I was going to start like... Yeah,
your friends are...
Yeah, or people that I know are going to start to like pass for real. And I'm just like, I feel like we went through a wave of this. Like in our... Like when we were in school, you just knew people that like passed away from like weird car accident, like strange things that like can't be controlled or are unexpected in people. But not like, oh yeah, this person like had a health problem. And...
Right.
It's kind of a thing.
Attack at
like, you're
like what?
Huh?
Yeah.
That's weird to me. I didn't think. Okay, all right. We're here now, I guess. So yeah, it's been PV's been on my mind a lot recently. What an interesting time. But yeah, that was heavy.
A little bit.
But probably needed.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a docket.
Oh, we do?
Okay. So we'll start with something really light, in fact, because someone sent me this. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to read this on the pod. So it said, it's basically someone slid into... This girl slides into this dude's DMs and she's like, yo, dick big? Question mark.
Okay.
He said, yo, hole big? Question mark. You okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. She then said, I have a regular hole. Like, what kind of question is that? Bruh, never mind. You on some weird shit. The fuck is a big hole? Bro, I don't know how I feel about anything that was said. I think it's hilarious, but I don't know how I feel about anybody doing it. Like, why would you slide in my DMs and ask me if my dick is big? Also, I've never thought to ask, is your hole big?
It's a fair question.
It definitely is.
It's a fair question since we're talking about genitalia. Since we that bold enough, since we're that comfortable and that we're close enough for you to just ask me about what's going on in my underpants.
Weirdo.
And you gonna get mad at them for them making it weird?
Bro.
They made it weird?
Bro.
By asking you the exact same question that you just asked them? Unprovoked, seemingly? Who sent you this? The person who was accosted or the person doing the accosting?
Oh, no. This was online. This was posted on Twitter. And someone sent it to me.
Yeah.
It's foolishness. Although, like, people have come at me weird in my DMs. Now I feel like they don't necessarily try as much in my DMs. Someone tried in my comment section, and then they get corrected by other people in my comment section.
Oh yeah.
Like someone was like, "Ooh, I would show love to be yo," and someone said, "Hey, I think his girl got hands. You might not want to do that."
They be doing that. They be doing that in Vet's lives. When Vet go live, my friends who be in my live be in his live. Like, you know, he be in there working on cars and stuff, and the horny ass girls be in there like, ooh, he fine. You can come
work under my undercarriage. Is crazy work, bro. Crazy. Hey. Whoever stand up. First of all, I know that they on the internet doing the talk them through it challenge. That is, I don't want to work on anything that is regarded to as an undercarriage. That don't even sound attractive for real. Don't do that at all.
If you call it an undercarriage, I picture like
bloomers.
Yeah, well, I picture one of them big fluffy ass dresses with all the layers underneath, and you gotta like gather it up like this because
it's old timey. I feel you. It's just crazy, bro.
Oh, Vet has me watching Game of Thrones. I finally made it past the first episode. Okay. It took the third attempt of me watching this show to get past the first episode.
How do you feel about it?
I'm be honest with you. I don't know why he's trying to make me watch this. Once there's incest, that's what the show is about. I'm sorry. That's the plot of the show. The whole show.
That's all you care about.
Is about the incest. And then here's the thing, right? Okay. You've seen the show.
Yes.
You remember the first season.
Yes.
When the incestual twins were fucking and then he pushed that little boy out off that tower. Now, I saw them fucking, but mind you, this is like the first episode. I still cannot tell these white people apart. So I did not even realize that it was siblings that was doing that. But I don't like seeing white people hunch, period. It don't matter whether they're related or not. So I looked away, and then he was like, look. He was telling me to look. And I'm like,
why? I don't want to.
Because he wanted to make sure I didn't miss.
It's the plot point.
But now I know the plot point. The twins are fucking.
Okay.
That's what the show was.
I forgot that they were twins. I knew they were brother and sister, but for some reason, it never occurred to me which one was older than the other.
Yeah. He told me that they was twins, but that's what the show is about. I mean, it gets really, really slow and I completely tune out, and then something interesting happens and I'm back in and I'm watching, but I will find myself completely tuning out because it's just so white. It's so white. But we probably on like the fourth episode, maybe. We're still very early in the show, but I do like Daenerys, the Khaleesi. I like her.
Okay.
As of right now, I like her because her brother's a bitch. And she's like, let me tell you, you won't be handling me like that. You decided to send me over here to marry this man.
And he is making me reconsider the way I am.
And I am coming into this woman shit. I am the Khaleesi.
Yes.
You thin-haired bitch.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I like that.
So I don't want to tell you who my favorite character is just because like it'd give away their arc. But there's a few characters I like in the show. Yeah,
Vet was like, when he told me who his favorite character was, it's Arya. And then I don't remember what it was. Somebody said, where is Arya? And it was like she doing something she ain't had no business doing or something like that. And I was like, oh, she's the rebel child. Her being somewhere she ain't handle business, and your favorite character, yeah, she's a rebel child. I already know what to expect because she's your favorite.
Oh, okay.
I can tell a lot about who you can kind of tell that person's makeup because it's his favorite.
I have a few favorites. Arya is among them.
Mm-hmm.
Arya is among them.
Yeah.
There's motherfuckers I hate, and motherfuckers I can't wait to get killed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wish I could watch him die again from the beginning. Sometimes I could. I don't have the time. That show was so long.
I was just gonna say, I mean, you can.
I could probably put it on the background at work, and like it would actually probably make me way more efficient.
Yeah,
because I would do better when I have background noise.
Where are we right now in the show? Lady Stark has kidnapped and taken prisoner Tyrion. Is that his name? The
Lannister?
little Lannister,
the little one.
She's taken him. She's gone to her sister. Okay, they haven't had the fight yet, but it's the part where they opened up. I think she called it the moon room. Yeah, and he was like, "Who do I have any volunteers?" And somebody actually volunteered for him. That's the last thing that I remember.
Oh yeah, trial by combat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when we got to that scene, or when they got over there to that lady, John Aaron's wife, and she had that full grown child sucking at her nipple. I said, this just ain't. It ain't.
It's very European.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's also dragons.
True. Mm-hmm.
And so that was like, well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to mock him like that. He was like,
okay,
it's factually correct, like with the incest and stuff. It's historically correct. They was doing that, and I was like, but here's the thing: the show has dragons in it. So we're not talking about real life. They didn't have to include it.
Yeah, you could have just made it not that.
Yeah, it would be one thing if we were talking about an actual period piece. Like, it would be one thing that's like leaving fighting out of the Viking story. No, we telling the actual. Yeah. I mean, each individual scene might not be historically correct, but we're telling an overall story of people who lived, real people who did real things. Y'all made this shit up. You didn't have to include them fucking each other in there. You didn't have to, because we don't have dragons. So we living in a world that ain't real, and we could be living in a world where they choose not to fuck their siblings, and you chose to make them do that anyway. And for that, you chose to make a show about it. And he keeps saying that's not what the show is about. Yeah, it is.
It's a major plot. Like, everything happens the way it happens because of the incest. Yeah. Because they're trying to cover up the fact that they in there hunching. His kids ain't his fucking kids.
The king.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because this is like Robert the Black. Something else the Black. Mm-hmm. He is always produced, when he's the father, all these kids is got brown hair or black hair or whatever. All his kids are blonde. Mm-hmm. Not one of them got brown hair. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Ugly ass little boy.
He looks exactly like what happens when you have incest, which is unfortunate because like he's a real person.
It's not a mask.
Yeah, like that's like you acted your ass off, but that's really your face. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. And I say that as someone who I'm not always like pleased with my face, but I've never thought I looked like I was
a product of incest.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Never in life.
He did have that stupid ass haircut. That probably helped. What a dumb haircut.
Bro, a lot of men have realized you not that ugly, bro. You just need a better haircut.
Yeah, you need to do something that suits you more.
Yeah, you gotta frame your face better, my boy. Yeah. I did see an interesting thing. It was a thing they were talking about somewhere I saw where they're talking about Hinge, and basically this girl put up Hinge has the prompts and whatnot, and so this girl put up the prompt and it was like, what's your love language? And she answered and said biting with a cat emoji. And so someone responded to her and said, oh, careful with the biting, little kitten. You might get tied up. Or something along those lines. Or you might get tied up, little kitten. Careful with the bite. Something along those lines, right? And she basically made a video where she was like, ill, blocked. Now, whereas I understand you didn't necessarily put that out there to have someone up the ante on you, because talking about biting to going to bondage is that's further than what you were talking about. I get that. But also, you didn't do this on social media. This was on a dating site.
Yeah, and they asked a specific question.
And you gave us this answer.
That it was not one of the answer choices.
So I don't even mind if you block someone because they respond that way. What bothers me about this is, why did you feel the need to tell us about this like we was going to be on your side?
Mm-hmm. And I can't, that is one of my favorite brands. My favorite genres of videos on the internet. Whenever people come to the internet to tell something that happens to them, thinking that people are going to be on their side, and then the comments were like, you were wrong.
You're a horrible person. Actually.
This is actually your fault. No, big time.
This right here is what we call a singular experience.
Mm-hmm. I do love that. This is an original experience. Yeah, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
I do love when that happens.
But yeah, so I saw that and I was like, I have to tell Rox about this, because I feel like me and her are gonna feel the same way about this. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Have you seen this video of this other lady that was talking about how she was not attracted to her husband?
Yeah, Vet actually sent it to me.
What did you think about it?
It's so crazy because literally it was either that day or the day before I was on live. I was editing a video of me on live, quite literally talking about, can you imagine having to grow on somebody? I will throw up. And that live was before I ever saw that video. The same day I saw that video. Like, I was just talking about that. I would puke. I would throw up in my mouth. Like, can you imagine as a woman over here in your home? Or, matter of fact, you out with somebody. Y'all on a double date. Mm-hmm. And somebody say, oh, how did y'all meet? And he says, oh, yeah, she real cool. You know, we met at a bar or whatever, and I really wasn't into her at all when we first met. But, you know, she stuck around. She was there. She
cool as shit.
She was available.
And she funny, bro. So
she funny. She's a good time. And, you know, I got used to her face.
Nigga, hold on. You can't. I got used to her face is crazy.
That's what I hear. What you mean? Like, I don't. But okay.
But that is technically what I grew on means. Like, I just got used to it after a while.
Yeah, because nothing about their face changed. And people are always like, yes, you've got to date for more than just looks. Boy, please.
So, okay. You know how people be talking about, like, you shouldn't, like, you got to give people that's not your type a chance. Okay, this is the thing. You can not be someone's type. That don't mean you get to be unattractive. Yeah. Those are not the same thing.
When I say when my ex-husband was not my type, but remember, he is now my ex-husband. It didn't work out. But when I say he's not my type, I don't ever mean I wasn't attracted to him.
Yes.
I mean, he as a person is not, like, his personality, his character, his occupation, stuff like that is not typically the type of man that I date. But I'm never talking about what he looks like. I'm not getting up under no nigga that I don't want to see above me. That's crazy.
It's foolishness is what it is. So I made a video where I was talking about it recently, and I was like, bro, it's because there were a bunch of women that were kiki and cackling, and then, like, there were some dudes that was like, hey, this is the same thing y'all got mad at Simone Biles' husband for. And I was like, okay, that's okay. We're doing a lot. And also, what good does it do us to do they did it, so it's okay that we did it? Why don't everybody just not do the thing that we hate?
Right. I do agree, but I don't think that that's the same thing at all.
Well, when he was talking about, I went, it was something to do with, because didn't he say she wasn't his type?
No, he just said he didn't know her. And then how the fuck you don't know? Right. How you don't know Simone Biles?
Sorry. I don't want to talk about Simone Biles' husband, partially because she don't want us to talk about her husband.
Yeah.
She is happy with that man. Let's not bring them
But
up.
for the person who compared the two, it's not the same thing at all. Because, I mean, although they are both unnecessary things to say about your partner if somebody asks, he was saying we all think our issue with him is that we feel like he was lying.
Yes. We feel like you know exactly who that girl is.
Our issue with this the people he's talking to don't have issue with what the lady was saying. But yeah, our issue with him is that we feel like he was lying. How the fuck you don't know? And then even if you didn't, the way he was saying it was braggadocious. You were bragging about not knowing her.
It felt like you were trying to
humble her or like make her not. But because y'all know my man. A lot of y'all know my man. If it were my man in the situation, in this exact same situation, my man would have probably said something like that. And I can't believe I didn't know who she was. Like, it's Simone Biles. I can't believe if it were true, it would have been more like that. Like,
yeah.
What have I been under a rock? I can't believe I didn't know who she was. And when I found out, I was so like, it would have been more.
We would have still thought you was lying, but we would have at least let you rock.
But it wouldn't have he would not have been trying. It would not have seemed like he was trying to humble me. Like, it wouldn't have seemed like he was trying to say, shit, I didn't know who the fuck that was. Everybody was like, oh, Simone, no.
Oh, Simone, it's crazy. that's wild.
But that's what I would imagine. Because you can't go nowhere with her without people knowing who she is.
Yeah. But so as far as I want everybody to not down their partners like publicly. It's really, really weird that y'all want to humiliate the people that you say you care about and love. Like in a way that they haven't consented to.
Especially not just because it worked for you, just because you think it's one thing. I love the fact that I can get on social media and just tell my business if I want to. And although I am of understanding that I don't ever tell nobody what to do. I ain't, people still gonna take it like that. They still gonna, but for you to get on there and the caption on the screen be something like, "Get an ugly nigga a try. Date outside your type," whatever. Like you trying to use your personal experience to encourage other people to do the same thing. No, that's why. Like, if you just want to get on here and tell us that you think your nigga ugly, or that he finally stopped being ugly to you, that he's grown on you or whatever, that's okay, cool. I'm glad that worked for you. But don't and then that, you know what that also implies? That just because a nigga is ugly, he a good man. No, that nigga can still
So as a man who considers himself medium attractive and or ugly, like, I have never wanted to be with someone that I felt like was doing me a favor. That's never been like attractive to me. I don't enjoy that type of like game.
Yeah. No.
Because if you act like you're better than me, or like it is one thing for you to be more attractive than me. Mm-hmm. It's a whole other thing for you to act like you're more attractive
and treat me like you're more attractive than me. Yeah.
Cause now we gotta have a different kind of talk. Cause I don't know who you think I am.
Yeah, and not only that, but like,
I don't know who you think my mama raised.
And that too, but also, what the fuck are you doing? You think I'm ugly, but I'm actively fucking you. You do understand that, right?
I'm doing the fucking I
couldn't be a nigga, because anytime a woman said anything to me, I would definitely, unfortunately, I would be one of those niggas to be like, yeah, but I still hit. So I'd be that childish. Yeah, I still like you. If a woman ever decided to start talking, I'm getting too excited about it. The hypothetical, I'm getting too excited about it. If a woman ever tried to play me on some like, That's why your dick little. Okay, but what was you doing with it though? You wasn't handling it like that though.
You wasn't handling it like that is crazy.
Right.
I feel like that's been said to you before because it gave too much personal experience.
No, because I would never say no shit like that to a nigga. I have too much pride because if a nigga tells me, but you was choking on you got your goddamn mind. I cut that bitch in half right now. You better stop fucking playing with me. I'll never say no shit like that because if a nigga try to play back,
yo, fair.
Yeah, nah, I'd have to react. I'd have to retaliate for real. Who was you talking to? But I shouldn't have said that.
I cut it off as crazy. You definitely shouldn't have said that. Cut it in half is wild.
But that's only after, like, you know what I'm saying? That's in response.
But I see why you don't play them games.
I don't play them games because I'm gonna take it too far.
Yeah, no, that's one of the reasons why, like, I be having to chill because I know I'm slick at the mouth, and I know, especially like. Remember I told you about the time I got mad and then I left and I went back and that was a really, really bad decision. Not for me, but for everybody else that was there because like y'all shouldn't have never let me back in this apartment because now I'm cutting there. I'm slaying. I had time I was thinking about it on the walk home and the walk back.
Matter of fact, hold on.
Matter of fact, you can get it too.
Yeah.
I was ruining friendships. They were never the same. I still see them at homecoming.
It's why did I get married? Boom.
Sometimes.
Yeah. What else we got?
Let's see. Okay, we talked about that. We talked about business casual at the club. Mm-hmm. Is there a way to say, because I was going to ask you this, because we just talked about like not being attracted to your partner. Is there a way to say, I wasn't really interested in the beginning, but then like I became interested? Is there a way to say that is not highly offensive and going to like cause your partner to be insecure?
Yes. It can't be about anything that you can find out immediately. It can't be about their looks. It can't be like the reason that you weren't interested. Mm-hmm. Like if there are scenarios. So like if I were to meet somebody and I've heard about them or I've seen them on social media or I've heard about them, that could be a reason for me to not be interested until I've gotten to know them. And so the things that I thought I knew, I actually don't. But I don't think there's any way for you to initially not be attracted to somebody and then date them and become attracted and that not be insulting to me. Like other things, other reasons for not wanting to be interested in me in the beginning or not being interested in me in the beginning, I can get past because okay, you assumed one thing, but how I look is how I look. You saw me at whatever stage, makeup done, hair done or not, you saw me and was like, no. Hard stop.
Hard stop is crazy.
Yeah.
I think for me I would break up with you if I found that out. Just because a lot of my attraction is based on I'm a little narcissistic. It's the way you react to me. Mm-hmm. If you have, and that's because you having a reaction to me and then me having a reaction to you having that reaction is part of the way that I know that I am deeply invested and attracted to you. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, because otherwise I would not have this reaction. So yeah, if you're telling me that that's all contrived, that you never really like, that you weren't feeling those feelings, I feel like you was playing them. I feel like you played me. I feel like I'm more into you than you are into me, and I feel like you don't really fuck with me like that.
Well, but do you mean, are you just talking about looks?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but looks aren't that important to everybody. So the reaction that you're getting might not be like, okay, I do need my partner to be attracted to me. Mm-hmm. I do. But if I'm looking for those feelings, for that reaction, it does not have to be based on my attracting level and for me to still be okay with it. Like if I found out that every time I put on some really cute lingerie and I come out and cook for Vet, he gets super excited, but then I found out the reason that he get excited is because I'm cooking, not because of lingerie. The nigga just hungry this whole time. I'd be okay with it. Because I'm thinking, okay, this is cute. This is going to be his favorite part. He gets to look at, while I'm doing this. And then I find out that it's not. I would be a little hurt because I thought I knew.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would bother me to the point where,
I'm okay. So I'm thinking about it now, and we're in the trust tree. We could talk about it. I'm thinking about the fact that, like, I don't, okay, we've talked about this. I don't think I'm the most physically attractive person on earth, whatever. But I know that there are certain things about me that make me attractive when you get in my presence. Like, I've been told, yeah, you got like a very like dominant, like masculine, like you got all that energy, and it's very also like protective and caretaker. And that makes you attractive.
Yes.
And it doesn't necessarily, and it's like you are not so unattractive that like you
that this stuff won't boost, up your score.
Like you're okay here, but because you have all of this energy, it makes you more attractive. Now, did that hurt my feelings when it was first said to me? A little, but was I surprised? Not really. I've lived with this face my entire life. Like I kind of know like what's good.
Yeah. Well, you can't be. How to say this? You're not poor either. You might be broke sometimes, but you're not poor.
First of all, not only am I not poor, I have been broke.
Right.
But I also know how to manage money to never be poor. I will never be poor unless some shit happens.
Right. Circumstances,
Yeah, like I would have to like lose my job and my car and like
and the school that I graduated from will have to become unaccredited.
Yeah, so, like, and I'm like, oh fuck.
So my degree doesn't mean anything or something.
I'm figure it out
like
now.
I can't go get another one or something like that.
Yeah. I'm not on that type of time right now.
Shit, and I pulled it out the crack of my ass, the whole school thing, but shit, you never know. They might just say all them HBCUs that y'all went and got them degrees from. Nah. we
don't fuck with none of that, actually.
Not recognizing it.
The only thing that would save me is the fact that Prairie View A&M is under the A&M system, and so they're accredited through Texas A&M, and they're gonna be like, well, if my degree don't count, then neither does all of these like whatever fuckity fuck schools you got under the A&M system.
You believe that?
I don't know, but it's what I would say.
Yeah, but if the government actually decided to defund or decredit or unaccredit,
we'll see if they.
Well, no, I don't think that that's something. I haven't heard anything, or I don't have any reason to believe that specifically is something that they're trying to do. But I'm saying if they decided that they wanted to, there's nothing stopping them from saying for including subsidiaries of A&M. Yeah.
So
FAMU. Come on, Florida. Come on, niggas in Florida.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes I think we're at the point where we can say that like I feel like Donald Trump and Elon are gonna accidentally do some things right, and I feel like they're gonna immediately fuck it up and like be incompetent. But I feel like we're looking at Doge take apart parts of the United States government, and like some of them parts didn't actually work that well anyway. They were over bloated and doing things that they shouldn't have been doing in the first place. And so like you got them, but what you accomplished wasn't actually that much. And you crippled our infrastructure to do it. But I feel like eventually they're gonna do a couple of things right. Like I'm saying, USAID was funding shit that was. Why are you testing how dogs react to cocaine? Why is that
right?
Like why do taxpayers need to fund that? Right. You feel me?
That could be somebody's private project for sure.
But the United States government is funding that?
I saw a TikTok saying that was it student loans? I think it was student loans. If you have student loans, you can go in and like dispute them because Trump gave Elon access to stuff that he, as a civilian, was not supposed to have access to. So that's like an invasion on your privacy or something. And I don't know. How
so I saw another lawyer talking about that. They said, nice try. That's not gonna work. But the person went viral for it. Mm-hmm. I'd be realizing like sometimes people are just saying things to try to go viral. Yeah. And like I've occasionally thought about, hey, I was gonna post and be like, hey, I'm really just trying to pay off these student loans. So if y'all could like just stay for like a minute, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, my pride would never let me do anything like that.
We'll see.
I have too much of it. It's actually damaging. I have too much of it. It stops me from doing so much. Like,
that's fair because I have the same thing.
Yeah. Like I refuse to ask people to follow me on different social media platforms.
That one. That's the one that I get stuck on. I used to not do it at shows. I used to always not want to promote because in my head it was always like, if it's good, people will want to find it.
They'll find it.
I'm also realizing that like all the things that I am finding because they are promoted to me well. Mm-hmm. And not necessarily because I'm just like doing my own research and finding shit.
Also, I have never once, unless the performance, whatever medium it was, unless it was bad, I have never once heard somebody say at the end of a performance after they got their claps and stuff like that, and they say, "Hey, my TikTok is XYZ," and I said, "Oh my God, they're promoting themselves." I've never once been annoyed at that. So why would I think other people are either? Like, worst case scenario, if you got to get online and promote yourself on a different page or a different platform, people don't interact with it. But how often do you post a video on TikTok and they don't push that shit out and people don't interact with it all the time? It's what happens. So like, it's no different than any other video. Yeah, like, and when I think about, like, I often overcome social anxieties or stuff like that by putting myself in or imagining other people as me. Mm-hmm. And I am not a mean person or anything like that. So it's easy for me to just like if I am feeling a little bit subconscious about something that I have on, if I'm not sure if the fit is actually fly, if it's just in my head, something like that, I always think, I be seeing people who look a fucking mess outside and I never once walk up to them and say, you look a fucking mess.
That's true.
So I don't believe anybody's going to do that to me because I don't ever do that to anybody. Now, it could happen and I'm prepared to handle that because, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? Because let's talk about what you have on. Whoever it is who could ever possibly say anything like that to me. Mm-hmm. Like, so, you know, I find solace. Like, yeah, and even if I'm like with a friend, I might tell my friend that bitch looks a mess. She don't know that though.
Yeah, well, that's not a conversation for her to overhear.
She does not know that. So
because what I think of her is not really her business.
What people say behind your back is none of your business.
Unless it has legal implications.
Yeah. But then it's the court's business.
Yeah, then that's different.
Then it's the court's business. But yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, hold on. Let me look and check and see what else we got on this docket. No, we talked about that. Oh, I did have this question to ask. Would you be more hurt would you rather find out that Vet has faked every laugh he's ever had with you, or that for the first 3 months of y'all's relationship, he faked every orgasm he ever had?
The orgasm, hands down, without a doubt.
Really?
Being funny is way too much. Being funny is a way bigger part of my personality than being good at sex.
Fair.
Yeah. It's a much more useful skill as well, in my opinion, because you can use both to get places, and I don't have to fuck them with laughing. Like, I can just make them laugh, which is very easy for me to do.
So if you found out that he faked, so what if we turn it from, so then would you rather he'd faked every laugh he'd ever had with you, or he'd faked every orgasm he'd ever had with you? Would you rather if he'd faked every laugh he's ever had with you, or would you rather that he'd faked every orgasm he'd ever had with you?
Still same.
Really?
Yeah. Because there's way more laughs.
than orgasms.
Yeah.
Fair.
Even in the beginning when we was hunching multiple times a day, every single day, multiple times a day. Do you know how funny I am? Do you know how many times I make this nigga open mouth laugh?
Just guffaw.
And to find out that you faked that. And here's the thing. I be trying to make him laugh. I don't be trying to make him nut. Like, I mean, that's just what's gonna happen. There's no effort. Although I also feel like there's not much effort in laughter. Like, I'm checking. If I say something funny, I'm making sure you laugh.
Little one does that.
Yeah. If you say you finished, hey.
I believe.
I'm not checking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
Fair.
I'm not going to double check and make sure that, and also, he don't ever come to me for a laugh. It's very rare that he's coming to me because he wants you know what I'm saying? Like, but that nigga will definitely come over to me when he want a nut. So you getting something that you want out of this. Now, if the end is fake, you must be enjoying the middle because you still asking for this shit. So
gotta be something.
Yeah, something gotta be. You still, are intrigued by it. So you must be doing something right.
That's such a positive outlook on it.
Well, yeah, if I got it true. Now, if I just found out that he'd been faking every orgasm and the laughs were real, okay, no, that's different. That's a problem. But if we're comparing the two,
So,
like,
yeah.
It's not, no question.
Okay.
The laughs. But if I just found out that he was faking orgasms the whole time, I might break up with him.
That's fair.
Yeah. Cause nigga, I've given you some of the best tricks that I got. If that didn't do it, you ain't never gonna be happy, nigga. I don't got nothing else.
I don't know what we doing.
I've shown you damn near everything. And if I pull something new out, you gonna be like, well, where you learn that?
We've been in this thing for how long?
Exactly. Why you ain't been pulled that out or something like that? So yeah, no, I'd probably have to leave because it's a large part of our relationship.
That's fair. I too would, like, if I found out every orgasm I'd ever given little one was, I'd be like, okay, what are you here for? Because like if this is like, you could find this somewhere else. Well, I have a lot to offer other than that, but you know what I'm saying?
You're not just a meat stick.
Yeah. I was not expecting that one. You know what? On that note,
oh, is that it? Are we done? We didn't even make it to an hour today.
It's gonna be a shorter.
It's cool with me. I'm finna go to bed.
Doug, I'm also, like I said,
you going to the gym.
Yeah, I gotta try to make it to this gym before I gotta be able to make it to this gym and spend some time with little ones. So we're gonna
before she go to bed.
Yeah. So, thank y'all for being here. Yet another week, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps. We have greatly appreciated. I have been RJ, and this is
Karina,
aka
Big Rox.
Not the little one.
Never the little one. Not even at the end of the show.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, and we'll see y'all back here next week. Peace.
Bye.